exchange student from Finland living with us.
Hi, I'm Joseph. Food in US is different.
Oh.
It's horrible.
Filling this pool up, and we're wrestling.
Johnston's family wanted to do a wife-carrying race. Maybe Johnston family is crazy.
All right, turkey.
On this season of 7 Little Johnstons,
We're filling this pool up with cranberry sauce and applesauce, and we're wrestling. Oh, get him, Jose!
For the next 3 months, we have an exchange student living with us.
I'm so excited about this. Everything here is new for me.
We cannot wait to show him life with the Johnston.
Wife carrying represents Finland.
The 7 Little Johnstons fandom is well aware that the family's controlling streak lies with Liz and Amber. Over the years, the fandom has witnessed these dysfunctional dynamics. As more time passed, more disturbing details about Liz and Amber came to light. They would always want a particular thing to go a certain way. TV guides and reference. However, if anyone did not abide by their rules, that person would become a bad person. Moreover, the mother and daughter would get the whole family against them. This is exactly what happened with Anna. Now that Liz's wedding is nearing, her whole family is walking on eggshells around her. However, a fan was shocked to see Brice practicing the wedding vows from Liz's texts. 7 Little Johnstons. Fans are calling Liz a bridezilla for her controlling attitude. It has been quite some time now that wedding preparations for 7 Little Johnston's current season have commenced. The family is treating the event as the century's event. Needless to say, everyone is walking on eggshells trying to keep up with Liz's visions. Even her own father and brother have voiced their concerns about Liz's behavior, TLC exclusive content. Moreover, the fandom has already witnessed that everything at the wedding has been going according to Liz's wishes. She had additionally been cutting out all of Brice's ideas and needs. She is doing so unapologetically. Therefore, many fans have also pointed out that the wedding is increasingly looking more like Liz's than Liz and Brice's. Needless to say, Liz has earned the title of Bridezilla. 7 Little Johnstons. Fans think Liz prepared Brice's wedding vows. Here's why. Now, the 7 Little Johnstons fandom has already witnessed Liz controlling every aspect of the wedding. She even went ahead to exercise her control over Brice's wedding suit shopping. Many fans were in shock when she finally allowed camo at the wedding. But much to Brice's dismay, she canceled it at the end. Therefore, this sparked widespread public hatred. Now, in a recent clip from the show, Brice was practicing his wedding vows. It was there that a sleuthing fan noticed something peculiar. That observant fan caught a glimpse of the screen from where he was reading the vows from. By the looks of it, it seemed like a long text from Liz. Needless to say, this led the fan to believe that Liz had also controlled Brice's wedding vows, TV guides, and reference. When the person shared their observation on Reddit, people soon flocked to the comments section, agreeing with the OP. Many fans even pointed out that she was slowly turning into her mother. Amber probably wrote it and sent it to Liz so she could send it to Brice, another fan speculated. Some fans are still trying to wrap their heads around this shocking reveal. They were shocked to see that Liz wouldn't even allow Brice to write his own wedding speech and vows. A few fans even thought Brice's earnings from the show were valid, given the amount of control and manipulation he had to face. Let the guy live. It is his wedding/marriage too, another fan commented. For all the latest reality TV updates, stay tuned to TV season and spoilers. In the reality TV universe, few families have navigated the choppy waters of public scrutiny quite like the Johnsons of 7 Little Johnstons. For years, viewers have watched parents Trent and Amber raise their 5 children with dwarfism, championing independence while fostering a tight-knit, often fiercely controlled, family dynamic. But as the children have aged into young adulthood, a new narrative has emerged, one not about physical stature, but about emotional authority. The spotlight has recently shifted to eldest daughter Elizabeth Liz Johnston and her long-term boyfriend, Brice Bolden. Following the birth of their daughter, Leighton, in late 2023, fans have dissected every interaction. However, a recent bombshell allegation has left the TLC fandom utterly speechless. Did Liz write Brice's wedding speech for him? And if so, what does that say about the level of control she wields? The ceremony that raised eyebrows. The episode in question aired during the show's 15th season, which chronicled the couple's rapid journey from surprise pregnancy to engaged life. The wedding itself was a modest affair, held at the Johnston family home. Fans expected the usual reality TV romance, teary vows, awkward toasts, and happily ever after cliches. Instead, they got something that felt distinctly scripted. Brice, known for his laid-back, reserved demeanor and often monosyllabic confessionals, stood up to deliver his groom's speech. For a man who usually communicates in shrugs and yeps, what came next was a shock. Brice delivered a perfectly structured, emotionally articulate, and grammatically flawless 4-minute address. He spoke of vulnerability in partnership, emotional labor, and co-creating a legacy. These are not phrases that naturally roll off the tongue of a construction worker who has repeatedly admitted on camera that he struggles to express his feelings. Fans immediately flooded Reddit and Twitter, X. "That was not Brice," wrote user at @TLSerialityRx. "I've watched this guy for 3 seasons. He couldn't spell emotional labor if you spotted him the vowels. That speech had Liz's syntax all over it." Another commenter, @DwarfWatcher, added, "It's the cadence. Liz speaks in therapy speak. Brice speaks in grunts. That speech was Liz dictating, Brice reading." The smoking gun. A family slip-up? The definitive evidence didn't come from Brice or Liz, but from the most unlikely of sources, matriarch Amber Johnston. In a subsequent Pillow Talk-style segment, Amber was asked by a producer how Brice managed to write such a moving tribute. Amber laughed nervously and replied, "Well, Elizabeth is very organized. She knows that Brice's strength isn't words, so she helped him outline it. Let's just say she provided the skeleton. He just added the, muscle." To a casual viewer, that sounds like supportive fiancé behavior. But to fans who have tracked Liz's evolution over 6 seasons, it was a confirmation of a growing, uncomfortable pattern. Liz didn't just help. According to multiple insider posts on the r/7 Little Johnstons subreddit, which have since been locked by moderators for speculation, Liz reportedly wrote the first draft entirely. Brice's only contribution, allegedly, was to cross out 2 adjectives he felt were too fancy. One particularly viral thread, which garnered over 5,000 upvotes before being deleted, claimed a wedding guest overheard Brice backstage saying, "I don't even know what half this means."